We continue to track this. After the mega diaspora event, Prime Minister Modi held separate talks with world leaders, including his Nepalese counterpart, KP Sharma Oli, Palestinian President, also Crown Prince of Kuwait, and discussed various facets of bilateral ties. Prime Minister Modi also expressed deep concerns at the humanitarian situation in Gaza and reaffirmed India's continued support to the Palestinian people. All right, those are, of course, multiple aspects of Prime Minister Modi's US visit. We first, of course, did show you live address of the Prime Minister as far as what he's making of the CEO roundtable, where he made imperative points. But having said that, let's also tell you concurrently, Prime Minister Modi also had a gift to Indian Americans, considering the fact that after the Indian consulate in Seattle, Prime Minister announces 2 more consulates in US. Now, these 2 new consulates will be in Boston as well as Los Angeles. Let's also tell you the other significant development as far as after that mega diaspora event, that is, Prime Minister Modi held separate talks with world leaders. He also expressed deep concern at the humanitarian situation in Gaza. For more perspective on that, let me take that across to our Times Network consultant, Srinjoy Chowdhury, joining us live. Srinjoy, very good morning. Thank you for joining us. There are several aspects of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the US, but we're also given to understand while he did meet world leaders and also express concern on the situation in Gaza, how do you read into that?
Well, it's entirely natural that the Prime Minister would do that because it's a serious problem that has to be addressed. The Gaza problem, if you look at it, 7th of October, is almost going to be a year long. And as far as Palestine is concerned, he did meet the Palestinian President, President Abbas, and it's been going on for a year. About 50,000 people have died in this fighting. It's a very, very difficult situation. It's almost an impossible situation. There is a need to end it and to end it immediately. And that is exactly what the Prime Minister is saying. The Prime Minister has spoken about peace, bringing peace in Ukraine, in the ending the Ukraine-Russia war and this conflict in Gaza. I mean, both have to end, otherwise things are going to get particularly difficult, especially for South countries like India. That's the point that has been made again and again by Prime Minister. That apart, as you saw, he has met with Sundar Pichai and Shantanu Narayan, and this is really about the future. This is about ensuring that India manages to become a developed country by 2047, that India gets enormous amounts of investment because unemployment is an issue that has to be dealt with. India, Prime Minister wants to ensure that the people of India get good jobs and good salaries. And for that, investment is necessary. And that is what he's looking for, which is why there was this roundtable with all these top leaders, because it's absolutely essential that there is investment in India. Now, Sundar Pichai heads perhaps one of the most famous companies of the world. He is of Indian origin, as does Shantanu Narayan, who heads Adobe. Now, it's very important also that India is a participant in the future of, in the technology-related future, which relates to AI, which relates to quantum computing, and so on. And again, India should have an important role here. Let's not forget that some of the top people, the top CEOs in America, in the biggest companies, are all of Indian origin, which is a card Prime Minister has played, because it's particularly important that all these top leaders come together, these leaders of industry, and invest in India. And that is something India is hoping for. That is something India is looking forward to.
Right, Chandra. Thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast this morning and helping us better read into not only the statements that Prime Minister Modi had given, but more importantly, what means in the bigger scheme of things, geopolitically speaking. Having said that, let's leave it at that for the moment.